I don't know anything about lettuce. We got a couple varieties of lettuce here. We start from the mundane, like, iceberg lettuce. You got the red one, and then this big guy. I think I have these in my yard.
We're gonna start right here with arugula. Say it with me.
Arugula.
Arugula. So
Keeps you regular.
I heard this is spicy. This is not the poor man's lettuce.
I like spicy food though, so I'm gonna go in for a little taste here. Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Oh, you got way more lettuce than I do.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Buckle up.
Oh my god. Oh, no, that's. Do you have any water? That's hot. That's hot.
Are you serious?
No.
It is spicy though. You really get it when
It's a little It's like the best vegetable that I can compare this to is have you ever had Kentucky bluegrass? Yeah, it's got a little bit of a kick to it. I would say that this is the Buffalo Wild Wings of lettuce.
No. This is Newman's Own. This is like if you
Stop
took.
and Shop.
What would you rate arugula on appearance?
Appearance?
Yes.
It's very leafy. It's very full. It's very attractive. I'd leave my girlfriend for this lettuce.
Careful now. Yeah, what would you put this on? Would you put this on like a cheeseburger? Would you put this in your mac and cheese?
No, definitely not on a
Would you eat this
cheeseburger.
with a slice of American cheese?
No, definitely. That's what the
Would you
iceberg
eat
is
this
for.
with a slice of Gruyere cheese?
Gruyere, maybe. I think we should rate the arugula and then move on to the iceberg here.
Okay, I think I need a second bite. I could eat this with some salmon, some poisson.
Salmon would be a good choice. Some nice Greek chicken, maybe. Lemony.
Yes,
Garlicky.
Lemon would absolutely complement this lovely leaf.
I don't know, anything to cut that plant taste. So I'm gonna say, first of all, the thing that caught my taste buds when I first dove into this lettuce was an overwhelming sense of moisture, wetness, I'd say.
It is
that,
wet.
That's a hallmark of any good lettuce, is just that initial moisture upon the tongue.
What would you rate the wetness of this lettuce?
Oh, that's a 10. 10 out of 10. It's
I'm
very
saying
moist.
that I think lettuce can get way wetter than this.
Yeah, but you have to take in consideration the lack of surface. We have a lot of surface area, but we don't have density that you would out of a romaine or an iceberg.
You're right, it is
or even
light.
this Dragon Ball looking thing.
This lettuce is light, it's airy, it's complimentary. It'll say nice things about you and call you sweet and pretty. I rate this lettuce probably a good old 8.2 out of 10.
I'm gonna go a little lower than you. I'm gonna say a 6.8 out of 10 actually. Oof. It's a little too. If I wanted pepper, I would just eat pepper. I got a big jar of it at home. It cost me like $3.
I would
This
go.
is like $89. It's not worth the money.
I would go butter lettuce and pepper. Let's move on to our next candidate.
You picked out this one here. So I think after all the talk about the American cheese and the cheeseburgers, we're gonna move to a classic lettuce, iceberg. It's coated in the moisture. This is like, when you Google lettuce, when you look up clip art of lettuce, this is the first thing that comes up.
It is the staple lettuce.
And
It is the big boy.
It peels beautifully, much like my back after a long day at the beach. Like, it's nice big leaves.
Do you eat your iceberg with the peel?
Oh no, I don't eat the skin. It's very fibrous. But
It's the best part.
This lettuce is very it's very charming. It's very sweet. It's a very very default lettuce. Some people refer to it as have you ever heard the phrase nature's candy? That saying is right. It's a very sweet, mild lettuce.
You know, that's just reminding me of home, man. You know, it's like I'm growing up again. I'm on the back porch, and Mom hands me a big ball of iceberg. It says, "Eat up, Alex."
You know, it's nutritious. It's delicious. I think that it's great on cheeseburgers, great on ham and cheese sandwiches. Just a hunk of Kraft American cheese. You know, I honestly, it makes a great healthy dessert too. It's got that nice, like nature's candy, that nice mild sweetness.
How would you rate it on a chewability, mouthfeel? Does it make your mouth happy, Ed?
On a scale of chewability, I give it a 10. 10 all day, very easy to chew.
Okay.
But on a scale of, you know, it's like chewing air, you know, which some people see as a negative, and those people are wrong.
It's like crunchy water.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's delicious, crunchy water. This is my favorite food on earth, you know, it's good stuff. You know, an overwhelming sense of green, an overwhelming sense of moisture. Oh God, this is crazy. I'm talking about a mouthful.
That's very rude of you.
Just lettuce just makes you feel things. Here you go.
Can I get some of that? Thank you. I want to be rude, so.
Great dessert. But on a mouthfeel, returning to the rating scale, like a 4 or 5. Becomes very mushy after a while, much like, you know, common lettuces tend to get, you know, it's like homogeneous.
I'm getting a hint of sardine. Did you eat some?
Great segue.
You can put this on. You can put this on bacon. You can put this on prosciutto. You can put this on pork. You can put this on ham. You could put this on your cat. You could put this on a towel. You could put this on your grandma.
I think we've proven that this lettuce goes good with everything. You know, your neighbor's record collection, your neighbor's dog's record collection, your neighbor's Honda Civic. It goes well with the Pope's hat.
Iceberg lettuce is powerful. It's strong. It's confident. It knows what it wants to be,
This
and
lettuce,
it gets it.
This lettuce can put up with abuse. Look at that.
Up next is the big red ball. We don't know it by any other name, just the big red ball. If you know the name of this particular boy, like, comment, subscribe.
Send it in a manila envelope to my uncle's P.O. box. That's the only place that we receive mail. I will read the answers on the next review of produce.
We haven't tried it yet, but we like big red ball. So send us more big red ball.
I like it visually. It reminds me of a ball that is both red and large, but it fits in my hand.
It looks like a ball of meat, doesn't it? Take a bite.
I'm gonna be more respectful to this one. The iceberg lettuce didn't deserve that.
It's kind of scoopable.
It is scoopable. We can make
Show the audience.
we can make lettuce cups.
You could make little cups out of that.
I could drink out of this.
Ain't that neat?
Well, I'm just gonna roll this lettuce up into a nice little
like what you're doing.
illicit package.
That's very pleasant.
It's very pleasant depending on what state you live in.
It's like a taquito.
Yeah, taquitos are legalized state by state. Cheers.
Bottoms up.
This lettuce is horrific. I'm automatically giving it a 2 out of 10 based off taste alone. The only thing that saves it is the visuals. This lettuce is more bitter than my ex-wife.
I like big red ball.
My ex-wife is a sentient IPA for anyone who is asking for context. It's my ex-wife.
When you start with the bite of the big red ball, you don't get the inner workings. It's like just getting to know somebody.
It's like watching the trailer
They're
to a
wearing
Nat Geo
cargo
documentary.
pants. They got a Rick and Morty T-shirt. You think, hey, this is a cool guy. You start
Do
to
I?
hang out. You really let the juices soak in, and it's bitter.
Lubba-lubba-dub-dub.
It's rude. It's cynical. This is the most nihilistic lettuce I have ever tasted. This lettuce reads Karl Marx in his bedroom and curses his father's name.
instead of doing his 9th grade algebra homework. You just open it up and you just peel back the layers of this lettuce. The deeper you go, the more you think it's going to be able to be redeemed. But inside, this lettuce is as bitter as my mailman who was cheated out of his 401k. It's not good. Sorry, Big Red Ball, you lured us in with your looks and your sensuality, and much like a mermaid, you are our demise.
This is the endive, also known as the Belgian endive.
Have you seen Chowder?
I have not seen Chowder.
This is in that show.
Endives, really?
Yeah.
I got respect for the endive. You know, it's pretty. It flaunts what it has, and it's ready to please help.
I would love to help you devour that endive.
Please help me devour. That's what I was getting at.
I'd be a really bad bank robbery negotiator, honestly. If I can't handle lettuce, I can't handle human lives.
Can I turn my peel inside out?
I'm gonna try to. Let me see if I can do it. Nope. This is a
crunchy boy.
I'm
my
automatically going to deduct a point for this lettuce's fragility. I would not trust this lettuce as a foundational element of my house. And I don't know if I can trust it as a food as a result.
I guess you're right. Let's take a bite, my dude. Ooh.
It's all right.
Ooh.
The more I chew it, the more notes of this lettuce I get. It's kind of like,
This lettuce is complex.
it starts off like you're eating a lettuce, but then it transitions into, I'm eating a pear. I feel like we should dignify this lettuce with a rating. Unlike Big Red Ball.
You know what? Second bite, I'm losing interest.
I'm liking it more and more.
What would you rate this? What would you rate the endive, my dude?
Aesthetically, this is an 11 out of 10. It's a beautiful lettuce. It is both masculine and feminine at the same time. This is truly the people's lettuce. On regards of taste, I don't know if it's just comparatively coming off of, Big Red Ball, that it seems so much better, or if I just genuinely enjoy this. It's a perfect combination of bitter, and it's kind of like you're biting into an apple that's about a week out from being ripe. It's just, still nice. Nature's candy, this one.
I see this as being like a multi-purpose lettuce. It's like...
I see potential for it as a self-defense weapon.
It's the Swiss Army knife of lettuce. You could use this as a cudgel, as a digging instrument. You could use this...
As a telephone. Sentient lettuce ants killed my grandfather. I really don't appreciate that joke.
You ever watch that movie, The Core?
Yeah, the one where they go into the middle of the CGI planet Earth and everything's hot and then a guy gets killed by a rock. That's a good one.
I fucking hate The Core. This is a mess.
Well, if you hate the core, we should move on to romaine. As you can see with romaine, there is no core. Forget nuclear power. We need to move to romaine lettuce power. This is what's going to remove us from the dark ages of fossil fuels and move us to a brighter and cleaner, greener future. Actually, there is a core to this. I'm sorry.
Man, I could eat romaine all day, dude.
I mean, we can. I have nowhere to be.
Do we just have one left?
We have red leaf.
We just have red leaf, dude.
All right, lettuce lovers. We've moved on to the final lettuce, perhaps the monarch or the patriarch of the lettuce. I'm not sure. I don't think lettuce has a concept of gender, but this might be the best lettuce.
When's the last time you really had Big Red? When's the last time you had Big Red, Ed?
Probably about 6 years ago.
We used to play this game in the old country called Split the Lettuce. Whoever gets the biggest half.
You get the biggest half, dude. You get the deed to my house.
I win.
Yeah, you win the deed to my house, such as the ancient rulings of the game.
Works every time.
So much dirt in here.
Dude, you just gotta stomach it, dude.
I don't want to get E. coli.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. You won the deed to my house. And I won this delicious lettuce.
That's okay. That's fine.
That's lettuce.
This is fucking lettuce, dude.